prohibition. Across the world, India, one single lady was making an investment in children that would change history.
I began my work for God in my home in Ireland when I was only a teenager. I saw the horrible conditions of the factories and slums that women worked and lived in. I began Bible studies and outreaches for these women. My obedience to God would soon lead me far from home. I was 24 when God called me to India. When I first arrived in India, I was crippled by loneliness and homesickness. God gave me Psalm 34:22.
He that trusts in me shall not be desolate.
I began to hold to that promise and found tremendous joy that strengthened me through my 55 years in India. I never returned home again, not even for a furlough. God's plan for change in India would require the dedication of my entire life. I will never forget the day that my true mission began. March 7th, an Indian woman brought a prenatal, a 5-year-old girl who had been sold by her mother to the temple where she was being taught temple prostitution. She would run away at night, only to be brought back, beaten, and subjected to the terrible perversion of the Hindu priests. As she played with the rag doll I gave her, she talked freely. I could not believe the terrible stories revealed by this small child. I disguised myself and snuck into the temple to investigate. God's plan for my life was revealed by what I observed. I would travel miles in extreme heat whenever I heard of a child who was to be sold to the Hindu priests. My life was threatened many times. If it was discovered that I was helping a child escape, I'd be brought to court on charges of kidnapping. After 50 years of my work in India, temple prostitution was finally outlawed. I had rescued over 1,000 children, many of whom spread God's message of hope throughout the nation. I believed.
One can give without loving, but one cannot love without giving.
I gave my life to save the children of India.
I am
Amy Carmichael.